Hello and welcome to the CFO Masters Series. In this episode, we talk with Trevor Burgess, the CFO of Centrelink and a member of CPA Australia. Today we'll hear how Trevor negotiates the political and operational challenges of running the finances of one of Australia's largest organisations that has more than 6 million customers. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the CFO Masters Series.
Trevor Burgess, welcome to the CFO Masters Series.
Thank you, Stuart.
Centrelink has 6.5 million customers, received 32 million telephone calls last year and conducted 6.6 billion electronic customer transactions. And the agency employs over 26,000 staff. What's it like to be the Chief Financial Officer of one of the largest organisations in Australia?
Stuart, good question. It's a very complex organisation. As you've described it, it does a lot of good work for the community, and I'm part of quite a large executive group in charge of running Centrelink. Being the CFO, at times it's challenging. It can be complex in the sense of its financing. It can be very complex in the sense of distributing that financing throughout the organisation. But other times that it provides its satisfaction that you know that a number of the decisions that you make in any given day or over a year, that somewhere down the line that it will contribute to the outcomes of the organisation.
On that point, the government might at any time throw a curveball in your direction in the form of new welfare policy. How do you take the dry drafting of legislation and turn it into a process that Centrelink can actually implement?
We in Centrelink have got a big team behind us. We've got resources that vary from people that assist in the policy development to interpreting the policy, through to service delivery people, through to people in the IT group that write the script, if you like, through to the customer service advisors and so on, and including even my group in the financial management side. And I think the other thing we'd say is that, again, whilst things are thrown at us and expect delivery in short periods of time, I think the experience that this organisation has in doing that work and developing the end product, whilst it's challenging, the experience that we do have enables us to deliver quite well. And I think our track record would have to demonstrate that we can deliver on time and using the cliche, on budget.
You have a long history as an audit professional. You were Executive Director and then Group Executive Director at the Australian National Audit Office. Whereas sales management might be the pathway to the CEO's job in the private sector, was a career in audit a natural pathway to the CFO's job in the public sector?
Yes, very much so, I think. If I look back over my career, and as you said, I started out early on as an auditor. I think that career gives you a wide range of different experiences, and in a way it puts you in good stead to pursue financial roles. I mean, arguably being an auditor, there's an expectation that you already understand financial management and and accounting and financial planning and the like. And as an auditor, you're effectively reviewing the work of others in the main being, say, CFOs. The natural progression really for a lot of auditors is to then go out into commerce or into financial management and to pursue a CFO type opportunity. The other career progression for auditors is to stay in that career. In the accounting profession, you can be an auditor, or you can be a tax advisor, or you can be out there in commerce or in financial management as a CFO. What takes people to lead different courses in their careers? I think part of it at times is a natural choice because of interest that you follow, following interests based on experience that you've gained. Other reasons that people follow different courses can tend to be just career fate. Opportunities come your way.
Trevor, before taking up the position as CFO of Centrelink, you were helping to run the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. Centrelink, on the face of it, seems to be a long way from public broadcasting and entertainment. Do you see that the CFO needs to be a specialist or a generalist?
Look, I suppose I struggle with that, particularly as you go up your career ladder. Early in careers, and particularly early in my career, expectation that you would be a technical specialist and you would know accounting. You have a very good understanding of accounting standards and accounting practices and generally accepted accounting principles. And I suppose your seniors would expect you to have that detail. But as you go throughout your career and you tend to be more a leader and a manager, your skills vary, and I think you start picking up more of generalist leadership skills. One of the real challenges, however, being a CFO is that day to day, your weighting of particular expertise that you're required to demonstrate varies from being a technocrat to being a generalist to being a strategic leader. And at times, you can be expected to be all of those, depending on the circumstances or the forum that you're in. For example, a meeting I've just come from this morning, a key executive meeting. 1 minute you're talking technical accounting speak and you're going through a range of numbers. The next minute you're adding to strategic discussion about particular outcomes that the organisation might be pursuing. So it varies. And I think in my profession, in the accounting profession, that challenge is probably more so than in other areas of business, or even in Centrelink's case. The challenge for me is, as I said, 1 minute you can be quite strategic in your views and hence I think a bit of a generalist and a leader. At other times the weighting is more on the detail and providing your technical expertise.
How do you go about keeping up to date with the financial and accounting standards that apply to the public sector in general and Centrelink specifically?
Well, as I was saying earlier, I suppose my role in Centrelink is a combination of that technical provision of expertise as well as more strategic generalist expertise. So overall, how do I keep up to date? It's a combination of technical continuing professional development, and I'll touch on that in a sec, or elaborate on that in a second. The other part of an expectation on me in being more a strategic leader is leadership skills and development. So they're the two angles: technical CPD and then more managerial leadership development. On the technical side, my profession requires me to keep my skills up to date, and that's one of the requirements of me maintaining my memberships. The way I do that is in the main through CPD provided by the profession, and there's a variety of different activities and courses and general one-off updates that I can attend, as well as at times being asked to present at seminars and sessions. So it gives me the opportunity in that regard to keep abreast of what's going on technically. More specifically in regard to public sector, the main avenue is through a network of CFOs as well as the Public Sector Department of Finance providing certain provision of technical information and development, which I attend as I can. And obviously, like everybody in the profession, there's always that expectation to keep abreast of reading and journals and keeping abreast of accounting standards as they evolve over time. And I think the profession that I'm part of actually assists me in doing that, in providing the material required to enable me to keep up to date. From a leadership perspective, I'd say the Commonwealth Public Service is very, very good at providing its senior leaders with a series of different opportunities to maintain our skills in leadership and management, and provides a variety of different professional courses that we can attend.
As one of the highest profile CFOs in Australia, many financial professionals would look up to you. Do you see that there's a role for you as a mentor and perhaps even motivator for other financial professionals?
Yes, I do. And in fact, I probably see myself doing that mentoring right now, and that's through a combination of people that work within my own division within the organisation, as well as people within the network that I'm part of. I mean, over time, I've been a participant in the profession and in the professional bodies. I mean, the framework that works there, we have divisional councils, and I've participated as a divisional councillor. That, in a sense, is recognition of your status as a professional, and therefore people do look up to you. Your opportunities to provide mentoring vary. Certainly, as I said, as being part of this organisation and having a large number of people working to me, I take a very active interest. Particularly more junior staff starting out on their careers, assisting them, taking an interest in what development they're taking, and I'm always quite keen to ensure that junior graduates, and we do take on graduates here, pursue the professional challenges and professional qualifications, whether it be through the Institute of Chartered Accountants or the Society of Practising Accountants.
Trevor, how important is networking to you, both in your role as a CFO and as a finance professional?
Networking is important to me, and probably from a couple of angles. Networking provides that opportunity, as we were saying earlier, to be out and be seen, and to certainly encourage people that are coming up through the profession to take part and participate with people like myself that have been a CFO for some time, and to talk and to share experiences and to encourage people. Networking from the perspective of my own career is also very important, and look, I think that provides me with the opportunity to, I suppose, promote myself and to be known to the greater and wider profession. But it also provides an opportunity to talk through matters and to talk through accounting issues, finance issues, larger organisational issues, and to really share concepts and ideas.
As your career path has unfolded, have you been one to go after certain roles along the way, or do you prefer to wait for a call from a recruitment company or get a tap on the shoulder in the middle of the night?
It's a good question. For me personally, it's been a combination of both. For others, as we were saying earlier, what career path do you take? And sometimes it can be just a matter of fate and being rung up one day by a headhunter and being provided with an opportunity. I think for me personally, though, it depends on where you are with your career and how long you've been in a particular organisation. And I suppose I have a view that if you're in one job, not necessarily one organisation, but if you're in one job for too long, there's that tendency that you can become a little complacent. If you're in the one organisation for a little too long, I think you lose the opportunity to develop, and I think you become somewhat comfortable. From my perspective, look, I suppose I've had, if I try and count them up, 6 or 7 different career paths and employers, both in public sector and private sector. Some of them I've been approached to do, others I've actually gone out and hunted out. And I think people, certainly in the accounting profession, need to search out careers. They need to look for opportunities that help them achieve the goals that they as individuals want to achieve. I think in this day and age, and depending on circumstances and the market economy, opportunities may not be as forthcoming as what particularly younger people would like, and they need to go out there and look and find them. At the same time, I think grounding and stabilising yourself in your career or with your organisation is also a useful strategy to have. And overall it's important to, I think, to map out your career, map it out over maybe the next 3 to 5 years, and sort of put yourself into a position of saying, where do you want to be, or what job do you want to have in maybe 5 years' time or even 3 years' time, and have a sort of a stepping stone approach to getting there, and make sure the opportunities that you need to get to that position you actually pursue.
Trevor Burgess, thanks for being part of the CFO Masters Series.
Thank you very much, Stuart. I've enjoyed it.
In the next episode of the CFO Masters Series, I speak with Greg Burgoyne, CFO of the Australian Tax Office.